What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this video we are going to be playing just a game of NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. But this here, it's not going to be just any old game of MyTEAM. It is going to be a game where I can get not one, but two pink diamond cards. So we are currently 11-0, and we actually managed to go 11-0 within 2 hours. Like, every single game I played up to 11-0 was a rage quit within the first half, which is nuts. Like, I've never gone through 11 games this quickly, especially on PC where it's a lot tougher because you're playing as a lot of great players. I came up against Will Chamberlain more times than I can count, Galaxy Opal, but we are currently 11-0 and we just need one more win to go to get the pink diamond WES UNELD, which is a card that I really want, and I'll explain why kind of at the end of the video. But this is the team that we ended up running with. So some of the times, whenever I came up against Giannis at point guard, I did use Blake Griffin. I'm not going to lie, I used Blake Griffin at point guard and I put Anthony Davis into power forward. But we did initially go most of the time with this lineup with Magic Johnson playing at the point guard. So yeah, this is quite a nice team. One of the best teams, in my opinion, you can put together in the game. Obviously, Galaxy Opal Wilt would have a spot in this team. Galaxy Opal, James Worthy. But apart from that, there's no one that I really think will make major difference. Maybe J.R. Smith. We have Magic Johnson at the one, really big point guard, almost as cheesy to run the point as Blake Griffin, to be completely honest. The two, we have got Kevin Durant. KD is nice. Like, this Kevin Durant card is definitely one of the better cards you can get at the two guard position. But again, like, he's another player. It's like you rarely ever see him being used as small forward. And until 2K actually lowers players' overalls for positions, I don't have any problem with people running people out of position. Just like Kurolenko. Realistically, he played the small forward in real life with Boozer at power forward and Mehmet Okur at center, but yeah, he's a power forward in game. Kurolenko is like just a better Danny Granger. Kurolenko is one of the most OP cards in the game, and I can just imagine if 2K gave us a pink diamond Kurolenko later in the year for playoffs, how good that card would actually be. Blake Griffin is just a god. Like, Galaxy Opal Giannis, best card in the game. And then I honestly think with his 18 Hall of Fame badges, it's a very close second place between Galaxy Opal James Worthy and Galaxy Opal Blake. And then in close fourth, it's this guy, Mo Bamba. I'm just kidding, but this guy is, in my opinion, a top 5 center in my team. I used him for all these games. I've got the likes of Hakeem. I've got the likes of Ralph Sampson. But for some reason, I play better with Mo Bamba. Even in the God Squad, I prefer Mo Bamba. I think his animations are glitchy, I think his jump shot's glitchy, and I think he's just an incredible card in game. So off the bench, we've got LeBron, Scotty, Danny Granger, Tom Gugliotta, Arvydas Sabonis, Giannis, Anthony Davis, and Greg Oden. We've got Giannis. Oh my god, it took me 3 tries. Basically, Greg Oden is in there in case Mo Bamba is getting killed on defense. Anthony Davis is in there, the exact same reason for Gugliotta, if Gugliotta's being killed on defense. But in none of the 12 games did we have to use really either of them. The only times, again, I used AD was when I was running Blake Griffin at point guard, when I came up against Giannis at point guard. And then Giannis is just, I don't know why, I feel like I need to have Giannis somewhere in every team. And I don't prefer him to LeBron, so we start LeBron as a backup point guard. And in my opinion, I think 2K definitely need to make it so that if you use a player out of position, their overall is lowered, and not so that they get slightly boosted stats for playing him in position. I think that, say, if LeBron James is playing a point guard, he should go minus a couple of stats and his overall should go down to, say, like 94 or 95. I think that would be a kind of a compromise, because I think player locks is a little bit ridiculous, because again, it is my team, you should be allowed to do what you want. But I think the way they've done it right now with a load of super juiced stats on cards, there's honestly no reason at all. There's absolutely no reason to use point guards in this game, except for maybe Magic Johnson and maybe Big O. But anyway, yep, this is the squad I'm going to use to play basically a game for 2 pink diamonds. So now let's get onto it. So we came up against a not bad squad here. Like, if this was on console, I think it's a good enough squad. He's got the Kyle Kuzma, who's a beast. Kyle Kuzma's actually fairly expensive as far as I know, as well as Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is not a bad card either. Obviously, his Blake Griffin isn't as good as my Blake Griffin. And I did start Blake Griffin at the power at point guard, but I did end up switching Magic Johnson in, and I didn't run Blake Griffin at point guard at all in this lineup, mainly because I felt that, well, I didn't really need it because he wasn't running Giannis, he was running an actual point guard at point guard. But this game was just kind of, obviously I was pretty sure I was going to win. It would have been a bit of a disaster if I didn't. But it was this guy right here that just completely carried my team. Mo Bamba. I throw a terrible pass there, nearly giving them a 7-5 lead. We throw another terrible pass, but we get really lucky that it pays off. And Mo Bamba has scored 7 of our first 7 points. As of right now, a minute and 20 seconds into the game, Mo Bamba has scored all of our points and more points than the other team. And to be completely honest, like, this guy was taking bad shots. Once I saw that shot go up, I kind of knew I had it won. And when Mo Bamba wasn't scoring, he was going and getting assists. This quarter was unbelievable for him. Like, now he's backing down Mo Cheeks. Mo Cheeks is very undersized. Mo Bamba draws the foul. They kind of needed to foul him because even though he doesn't have the best stats-wise in the post, he is kind of really long and is very hard to contest. His fadeaway is also really nice. Knocks down both free throws. And then they leave him wide open. He hits the open mid-range shot. Mo Bamba is completely money. Like, we have 16 points. 16 points. He has assisted on 2 and scored 14. And then he goes and pulls it for 3. Out of 19 points, he scored and assisted on every single one. And then almost getting another steal right there. Mo Bamba is just, his presence on defense is so good as well. It's almost impossible to score when he's on the floor. And as you guys can see there, he's drawing 2 players there and hits Magic Johnson wide open under the basket. Built up a 14-point lead, and the majority of that is off the back of our Ruby card. And the crazy thing is that in our 11-0 run, it was Mo Bamba that was doing most of the scoring. I know you guys think I'm kind of overhyping him, and I may be, but in my opinion anyway, that card is incredible. And then, to be honest, the bench lineup is arguably better than the starters, and I was just having a little bit of fun. I went out of the full court press, I think early enough. I think it was after LeBron hit that 3-pointer right there. I went out of the full court press, and it just didn't really matter. We went through a little bit of a slump, but that 3-pointer from LeBron James completely put an end to that. And like 17-point lead, 6 minutes into the game. Yeah, I don't think there was ever really much, it was ever really in doubt much. This guy's team wasn't bad, to be fair, but he just couldn't really score, and we were scoring at will. Almost every single possession we were hitting a 3-point shot, and to be honest, his play didn't really help too much. Mo Bamba there with a great steal. He's leading the break. He's outrunning all of them with that 88 speed and gets a dunk. Mo Bamba leading another break, getting another dunk. This time, 2 of them got a magic. Mo Bamba wide open for 3, and Mo Bamba knocks down the 3-pointer. Green light. And yet again, there's a fast break, and yet again, it is Mo Bamba leading the break with a dunk. And again, Mo Bamba leading the break with a dunk. And then for some reason, this guy went into a 3-2 zone, and literally, it was a weird 3-2 zone, but it ended up meaning that 2 offenses, and actually the next offense, 3 offenses in a row, he lets me shoot wide open 3s with Danny Granger. And at this stage, I'm sure no matter what happens, the game is over. Danny Granger goes, this is 4th 3 in a row. The lead's now nearly 40. And it doesn't really matter what he does. Magic Johnson hits not a great shot right there. And like, we put up 83 points in 3 quarters. Which is crazy, especially because I only full court press for the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. It's rare that I put up that many points in that short time. But great steal there by Blake Griffin. Ball goes to AK-47 after Mo Bamba retrieves it, and AK-47 puts in the crazy shot in the buzzer, and that was enough for this guy. This guy backed out of the game. So yeah, that was as handy a game as possible. Wasn't the worst team I could have come up against. All diamonds and 2 pink diamonds, but a very, very comfortable plus, would have been a plus 50, maybe 60-point win. And we did manage to go 12-0, and we managed in the end to get 2 pink diamonds. We got the pink diamond Dan Issell, and we got pink diamond WES UNELD. So I would much rather you have the choice of getting, instead of pink diamond Dan Issell, you have a choice, say, of getting pink diamond Dan Issell or the throwback pack. I would have much rather the throwback pack because I already have Dan Issell. But I think the reward should stack. Like, if you win 12-0, you should get the 12-0 reward and the 11-0 reward and the 10-0 reward and the 9-0 reward. You should get all the rewards for going 12-0. Then 11-0, you should get all the lower rewards. I think that would make it way, way more worthwhile playing the game. Because I think that like 3000 MT, once you get the player of the month card, it actually discourages you from winning your 12th game. So if you go 11-0, and to be completely honest, it's better off once you get the player of the month card. You are literally better off throwing that last game. It is discouraging people from winning the game, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, we did manage to get the pink diamond WES UNELD. Is this card going to be an incredible card in my team? Probably not. I highly doubt that WES UNELD is going to be an incredible card in my team. But the reason why I was trying so hard to get this card is basically because he is the smallest center in my team. He's also an MVP, a Rookie of the Year, the best rookie of all time, the only one to win MVP in his rookie year as far as I know. Maybe Will Chamberlain did, but I'm not 100% sure on that. He fits into so many squad builders, and there is no way of picking him up in the auction house. You look at Jason Williams, there's so many ways of getting Jason Williams on the auction house. There's so many versions of him, so I wasn't that fussed about not getting him the last time. Same with Larry Johnson, there's a Ruby Larry Johnson, is the only WES Unsold. So just purely for content reasons, for squad builders, I really need this guy. But anyway, yep, that is a video. Sorry for the post-com, my live commentary. I don't actually know what happened to it. I just can't find it. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.